Well, we have Marc Perelman in the studio to give us his views, his analysis on all of this. Marc, our French politics editor. Hi, Marc.
Hello.
So is it likely, do you think, that he will lose this vote of confidence or that he will win?
It's more likely that he will indeed pull it off and remain as Prime Minister. We'll know tomorrow around midday. There are two motions of no confidence tabled, one by the far right and one by the far left. Either way, they're probably going to join together to vote. The communists have said they would also join this motion of no confidence. So have the Greens. And so the question that was answered yesterday was whether the socialists would join, and if so, this means they have enough MPs to throw the government out or not. The socialists have said they're satisfied with this suspension of the pension reform, and they said they will not join this motion of no confidence. There are 69 socialist or allied socialist MPs in Parliament, and the question is whether 20 or so will decide to go against the will of the leadership of the party and eventually decide to join this motion of no confidence. As of now, only 4 have publicly said they would join the motion of no confidence. So this means there is enough for Sébastien Lecornu to survive. There is also a question maybe in other political camps, some members of the Conservatives, who have also said they would not censor the government, might decide that they're not happy to see this pension reform suspended. Some have said so. They might also defect and join this motion of no confidence. So this is not a done deal for Sébastien Lecornu. It looks good, but we'll have to wait until tomorrow to see if he indeed survives more than several days as Prime Minister.
So take us through, if he wins, is it all over? Life goes smoothly? And if he loses, what happens?
Well, if he wins, it's only the beginning of what's likely to be a very bumpy ride, because one of the concessions he made, in addition to suspending the pension reform, was that he would renounce Article 49.3 of the Constitution, whereby you're able to ram through a bill through Parliament without a vote. He said, no, we have to debate together, we have to vote the budget, and I will not use this quote-unquote nuclear weapon in Parliament. So this means that it'll be very difficult for him to be able to pass a budget because, yes, there is a truce with the socialists, but they disagree on many things. You know, Sébastien Lecornu wants cuts, the socialists much less so. They want more taxation on the super rich. Yesterday he said, yes, maybe, but not the one that the socialists want. So it's still going to be very, very complicated, and the clock is ticking. France needs to pass a budget by the end of the year. There's supposed to be 70 days of debate in Parliament. And any time there could be a motion of no confidence again against the Prime Minister. So it's going to be very, very complicated. If he's ousted tomorrow, it seems the only way out, if this is considered a way out, would be for the president, Emmanuel Macron, to call for yet another snap election. He did so without being forced to a year ago. Dreadful decision for him. This time, if Sébastien Lecornu doesn't survive, he might be forced to do so. He could, yes, appoint another prime minister, but he's tried already 4 times. It hasn't worked, so he might be forced to do so. He was already forced to abandon the reform that was passed since his re-election, the 2022, the pension reform. Gives you an indication of how weak he currently is. If his prime minister is not able to survive this week, that is tomorrow, this would be really a bad omen for him. And the calls for his resignation, which he has bluntly rejected until now, will grow more and more.